What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Fitness Realty channel. My name is TJ McLelland and I'm the broker. I'm super excited to share all the things we have planned with you. So sit back, strap in, and let's have some fun. What's up, all you beautiful people? This is going to be our market update. I made one of these a month ago and it was fabulous. Had a great turnout online, so I figured I would make another one and we'll see how that goes. I know that a lot of this data can be checked out on the Utah real estate website, but I also want to just make sure that everybody has access to it. First, though, a quick shout out to everyone at the Board of Realtors. Thank you for all the data you guys put together. It's always just really helpful. So hopefully this will bring incitement to everyone watching. And then also, I got a new hat and everyone loves it. Just kidding. My wife hates it. And I've been called the modern day Gilligan. So I don't know if that's good or not. What do you guys think? Does this hat look stupid, or should I wear it with sunglasses? I have some of my favorite sunglasses right here. All right. Yeah. Just kidding. I don't know if we should do that. Anyway, let's get to this market update really quick. I want to just bring it to you fast. So last time we kind of dived into what the graphs mean. I'm just going to hit them really fast. So the number of residential listings entered, you can kind of see this purple line. It is on the decline. That is pretty natural. So I feel like this purple line is going to follow this normal arc here. So it may dip down below everyone else or all these other lines from previous years, but I would imagine that it'll just continue this trend. I think this is a pretty hard trend to get away from, where our market just kind of dictates that through January and April and May, we're kind of ramping up, and then we kind of crest over May, June, July, and then we start dipping back down in August, September, October, November, December, because a lot of people just don't want to move through this time of year, so you have less inventory being put onto the market. Of course, listings in December are very few. If you have to list in December, it must be a job thing or something like that. It's just really hard to get a property sold in December. So if you can, I would always recommend pushing your December listings to January. So if you can, it's always better to kind of push into this area where there's a lot more inventory. Contrary to popular belief, that is still a hot time to sell your property, because that's when everybody else wants to move as well. So that's why you have this natural flow of inventory coming onto the market and or not coming onto the market during those slow times. All right, let's skip down here. We've got active listings. So this is kind of a really fun trend line to see. You can see from January over here, we're just ramping up with this purple line. Ramping up. I have not seen almost 10,000 listings for a while. There is another graph that we're going to get to that kind of shows that as well. So you can see this time last year we had 4,000, and so now we have 9,500, or just close to 9,600 active listings at the end of July. And so you can really see the inventory is ramping up. Everybody is trying to get their property on the market and capitalize before it really downturns. And so I'm going to show you when we get to our average price that it already has downturned quite substantially. And so if you were trying to capture into the market and time the market, which is nigh impossible to do, you've already missed the boat by about 60 days. So I'm going to show you that. And it's not all that's lost. So if you do have to sell right now, there is still a great opportunity for you to get a great amount of money out of your home. It just isn't as good as it was 60 days ago. So sorry, everybody. All right, let's go down to this one. This one's the one that I love to kind of really show people, is the average number of active residential listings per day by month. And so you can really see this purple line just rocket up like crazy and get to the green line, which is 2018, and 2019 is the red line. So you can still see that we're maybe mirroring the green line for the last 2 months, and we haven't even hit to the red line. So I think that's kind of interesting to see. I would imagine this purple line will probably follow the green line pretty close and maybe follow right into this red area. There's no way it's going to come and dip down, though, into this other area. There's just so much inventory coming on right now. I don't foresee it to go down at all. Okay, under contract residential listings per day, you can just see this purple line dipping hard. That just means there are not as many contracts happening on the listings each day. And most of that's just because of the interest rate hike. You guys have seen it. Everybody's purchasing power is way, way down. And so that makes there less contracts on each listing each day. Average number of under contract residential listings per day by month. And so you can just see this purple line dipping down. That's just everybody's purchasing power really going down from the Fed rate hikes and trying to slow inflation, of course. All right, let's skip off-market residential listings. We don't need that. Average number of off-market residential listings. We don't need that one. Let's look at this total number of sold residential listings. So you can really see this decline. June to July. I mean, we've never had something this low. And so you're really seeing that everybody's purchasing power is gone, or not gone, but it's very limited as in contrast to what it was 90 days ago. And so you can see this really dipping hard. I would imagine that this will kind of flatline out here somewhere. It probably won't shoot back up, and it probably won't dip down to 2,000 or anything, potentially. So I think that there are people still seeing value in our area. Plus, there are still people moving here and they can afford to buy a home in this area because maybe they left a higher income producing area or a higher purchase price area. And so maybe they're bringing a lot of capital here. And so there will still be people buying and selling in this market. It happens all the time, even in downturns. 2008, 2009, we saw the downturn and people were still buying and selling real estate. So there are still people that are going to buy and sell. It happens every downturn or every time that the market skyrockets. Back to market listings. This is kind of an odd stat here. This just means that some of the homes were under contract and then they went back to active. And so obviously you can just see the Fed rate hikes crushed people's purchasing power, and you had people locked into contracts, let's say at $500,000, and then they bumped their interest rate by 1.5% or something like that. And now they don't qualify, so then they have to pull out of that contract. And so you have this spike of back to active market listings. Sheesh, that was a mouthful. Okay, I'm going to close that one really quick. I run this graph really quick, or I run these numbers every single month. I go in and I pull Salt Lake County's average home price for the previous month. And then I also run the median home price. So that's just the number that pops up more frequently. You guys can look up that median home price or median and what that means. And then I've got my agent count over here. It just happens to be something that's shown. So you can see that real quick, we're losing agents right now. And most of that is because this is the quitting season. So they usually quit right at the end of July because they don't want to pay any board dues again. So we are heavily recruiting. So if you know a realtor that's leaving their current company or they want help to get their board dues paid, because I will help people stay in this business if they want to, just have them reach out to me, message me anytime, text me, call me, whatever. You guys can find my number on the internet. But let's go over these numbers really fast. So you can see there was a peak right at the end of May. We peaked out at the average home price in Salt Lake County at $651,000, which is really high. And you can see that from April to May, it really shot up substantially. You can see the median home price, it did shoot up on maybe a 4,000 here. Yeah, I've got it over here, 4,614. But it did make a pretty big jump from March to April. So you can see that kind of a jump right here in the median. So you can just see that that was steadily going up as well. Then we took a pretty big hit from May to June. So you can see 17,000. So what is that? Comparative to 651,000, about 2.6%. So you can see we lost about 2.5%, but then we did take a big jump down from June to July. So let's say 36,000 compared to 633,000. What is that? It's probably 5% or something like that. Let's see. I'm trying to like do math on the fly or think about how I want to put it in. Yeah, so 5.5%, pretty close. So you can see over the last 60 days, we've lost about 8%. I would probably say it's closer to 9 or 10% is what it feels like, because I guess we've kind of jumped those numbers down in a 60-day or in increments. So if we just had to take 17,000 plus 36,000, so that's 53,000 down from 651, so that's probably pretty close to 10%. So 53,000, never mind, still close to 8, so just a little over 8%. So you can see the market is contracting pretty fast. I'm curious to see what it will be for the end of August, so I will run those numbers September 1st, so I will bring you guys that market data. This has been another market update. I am TJ McLelland, broker of Fitness Realty. Hopefully this has been valuable information for you. Hopefully you can take some of this and make some life decisions for you and your family. And as always, we are recruiting agents. So if you know somebody that wants to come on board to our staff and learn what we do, that would be great. We do have a lead line that is producing leads each and every day. I would love to get them paid, get the agents paid that come to our staff that I recruit. I would love to do that. And as always, we are growing really rapidly. So if you want to get training from us, please feel free to text me or call me. Reach out to me anytime. All right, we'll see you guys next time. Later. And that's a wrap. Thank you so much for supporting us. We'll see you next time, and we love you. Later.